Hey everybody, welcome to this video. If you're new to the channel, welcome. And let's get into the video in today's topic. So recently I've been thinking about the idea of the first will be last and the last shall be first. The idea of serving. Because it seems to me in social media that there's a spirit of just selfishness and just an attitude of taking and not giving. An attitude of how little of work can I do but get the biggest payback. And I'm not talking about like passive income. I'm just talking about always looking to take from your situation and not give. Jesus in the Bible, he led by serving. He outserved everybody. Nobody's ever outserved Jesus. He did to the point where he gave his life. And I think people don't realize that. So when these people talk about business, they just talk about going into the room with the most confidence and proving how intelligent they are and always like studying so hard that they have all the answers. And the truth is, you're not going to have all the answers. And you know, if your only goal is to be the most smartest or the most confident, it's just you're always going to be chasing your tail. You won't accomplish that. There's always going to be someone smarter or more confident. But more importantly, you don't chase those things because it's not the right approach. I think that the way you earn respect and the way you earn the appreciation of other people is to serve them. To come to a situation first and say, hey, how can I serve you? How can I meet your needs? Well, like, how was your day? In a conversation, for example. Well, tell me about what you did. Instead, it's just people, rambling on and talking over other people, interrupting, going in with the mindset of what can I get from this conversation? What can I gain from this connection? What value can I extract from this person? So it's very transactional. It's a very transactional mindset. And it's just like using people to get to a goal. But honestly, if you can have a genuine attitude and care about people will respect you so much more. And it's not like, oh, he's just a nice guy. He doesn't have any, backbone. It's not like that kind of nice where you don't stand up for yourself. I'm not saying not to stand up for yourself or push back when you think something's wrong. That's quite the opposite. But it's serving people and putting them over your needs. In the show The Band of Brothers, there's two different officers. So these two officers, they're tasked with training the troops for D-Day. It's Captain Sobel and Lieutenant Winters. Now, Sobel is a terrible leader. He doesn't lead by example. He tells people to do things that he wouldn't do. He punishes them brutally when they don't obey his orders to the most minute detail. But Winters, on the other hand, is a good man. He's a good leader. He's there with the men when it's time to run, when it's time to march. And he won't take anything away from his men. And that's a quote in the show. He says, never put yourself in a position to take away from these men. And what he means is always give, always serve. And with that mindset, they were willing to go into battle with him and not Sobel. They knew when it would come down to it, Sobel would crack under pressure. He wouldn't be 100% invested. But they knew from the training with Winters that he would see them through and he would have their best interest and mine. So he had a heart to serve. He had that ability to genuinely care about others. It wasn't about him throwing around power. It wasn't about being the most confident person. It was the one saying, hey, I have the ability to lead you. I have the ability to take you in the right direction. I have the ability to care for you, and that's what I'm going to do. And I think that's the difference. I think our pride says we always have to lead, or we always have to appear confident or appear a certain way. And at the end of the day, we're not always going to appear those ways. I mean, we shouldn't strive for that. What we should strive to do is to do the right thing. And that will never fail you. You'll make mistakes, but you won't ever go wrong by trying to do the right thing. So I've been thinking about that. The first will be last, and the last shall be first. Learn to serve people. In business, we have to find what people need. We just can't give them, a bunch of junk that they can't use. People they're not going to call you back. They're not going to call you back a second time for a job. They're going to this guy came and he just gave me a bunch of junk that I couldn't use and I didn't even ask for. I still have the same problems. So even in business, we have to learn to serve people. If we're only looking towards the money, that's going to be the end product. We're going to not do a good job. We're going to trade quality for more money. And we won't serve people. So learn to serve. Learn to put other people first. And genuinely care about people. And it pays off twofold. One, I should say. You have actual connections with people that genuinely care about you and you genuinely care about them. And two, you'll know you did the right thing. So regardless of the outcome, there's a peace about that. And that's all I pretty much have to say about this. Learn how to serve. Thank you very much. Do well. Fear nothing.